Hey you guys, we have a really fun Pilates workout for you today. I am actually going to be incorporating a resistance band. Sometimes these are called TheraBands. If you don't have one, it's totally fine. Tori's going to show you an option without. We are going to be mostly down on our back, so if you need a mat, go ahead and grab one of those too. And you could also even use a towel. That would be a great option as well. We're going to do some footwork, which is some exercises that we do on a reformer or a Pilates bed, and we're going to simulate that with that resistance band. So go ahead and take it all the way down onto your back. If you have your resistance band, I just want you to lengthen it out, bring the ball of the foot into there so it's really secure. And then I always think when I'm holding that band, it's like you're singing in a microphone or maybe eating an ice cream, whichever one you're feeling more like that day. So go ahead and roll it all the way down for me. You're gonna take your legs up and off the floor. So from here, I want you to really think about keeping your low back down. We're gonna start with those legs parallel. If you're using a band, anchor those elbows into the floor and just start to press those legs out. Now you're gonna get a little resistance from the band. If you notice your low back is popping up, I want you to take your legs a little bit closer to the ceiling. So we're gonna press that out. And if you want the exercise to be a little bit more challenging, just grab on a little bit higher onto that band. Or without the band, you just take your legs a little bit closer to the floor. So you can really customize this workout to make it your own. We're gonna go 4 more from here. So use an exhale, breathe it out. Last 2. Now the same little bend and stretch. All I want you to do is laterally rotate. This is your heels together, your toes are apart. Anchor those elbows down, same thing. We're gonna bend, stretch, reach the legs long. Keep that low back down. Your arms are actually really working with the band. We get some resistance happening. Good, keep it going. Find that little squeeze of the knees and the inner thighs. So we're really firing into those core muscles. Keep it going right here, out and in. Start to find that connection and really challenge your body. Maybe you could take the legs like 1 inch lower, maybe even 2. Good, let's go 3 more from here. And press. Good, keep that resistance on the band, last 1. And then let's go ahead and take it medially rotated. So this is a knee knocked position, that's how I like to call that, or a little bit awkward, right? We're gonna work those opposing muscles in the hips. So anchor those elbows down, same thing, bend and stretch. This time as you press out, I want you to feel that in your outer thighs. Rotate, knees are gonna separate. Bend those knees, they're gonna come back together. Good, so we use a nice inhale through the nose. Exhale, breathe it out of your mouth. Good. So these exercises are really nice for healthy hip joints. Keep it going right here. You could increase that tempo if you wanted, or even slow it down. Here we go, last 4. Bring it in and press. Last 2. Really nice, you guys. Okay, here's where we're going. We're gonna take 1 leg out of that band. Readjust it if you need to. So your option is to keep that other leg that's not in the band bent, or for more of a challenge, we're gonna straighten the leg out. Your goal is to keep your hips nice and even. So if you imagine that you're balancing a cup of water on your hip, notice if you would be knocking it off. I'm gonna take the band across my body, anchor that elbow down, and start to take it into some nice little leg circles right here. Good. And just notice if we're keeping those hips nice and still. Circle it around. Use an inhale and then exhale at the top. Find that resistance in the arm with that band. And Tori's showing you that nice modification without the band. A good option is to just bring your hands up onto your hips. Notice if there's any rocking happening. And then let's go ahead and reverse this. Take it the opposite direction. So away from the body. Good, this is about quality, not quantity, so we want to think about controlling that movement. Circle that leg out and around. Keep that resistance going. So good. So I'm always really conscious of this. If you're a hyperextender and you hyperextend your knees, just keep this nice little micro bend, a little tiny bend in that knee joint. Here we go, last 3. 1 more. Let's take it into a little lift and lower. I'm gonna lift the leg up, lower it back down. Point that toe and then flex and pull. So not a lot of coordination with these moves, but you are really gonna feel it in those legs and in your core. Keep it strong. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower it down. Let's go 4 more right here, and press. Add a little power into that lower. Let's go 2. And then to finish this side off, we're just gonna take that leg across the body, find a nice little hip stretch right here. So Tori doesn't have the band, so she can take her opposite arm, just maybe hug that knee towards the chest a little bit, just that little side lying stretch. Hold that for as long as it feels good, maybe even 30 seconds. And then let's go ahead and switch legs, switch sides. Let's take that left leg in, right leg can lengthen out. Take your band across the body, and let's start those circles across the midline. Good, do that little check-in. Are your hips rocking? Are we keeping it nice and still? Maybe even challenging that circle. Can we make it a little bit bigger? Pilates is called smart exercise. We're engaging with those muscles, getting a more efficient workout right here. Keep it going. Good, let's go 3 more right here. Take it out and around. Maybe even doing that little check-in with the hips. And then let's go ahead and reverse, switch directions. Take it away from the body, bring it back up to the top. Good, think of drawing that waistline in. Remember that option, you could keep your opposite leg bent. That knee bent is gonna give you a little bit more stability and support. Good, reach that leg around, last 3 right here. Shoulders are staying relaxed. Hug those ribs down and in, last one. Let's find that lift and lower to finish things off. Inhale, exhale, press down. Good, you're gonna feel a nice little stretch in the hamstring, and then we're gonna feel some work and some power on the way down. Keep it going right here, lift it up, and press. Good, we're gonna go 3 from here. Lengthen it out, and go 2. And let's finish it up with that little stretch across the body. So just a gentle little pull. You can take that stretch as deep as you need to. Nice stretch for that hip. Good, go ahead and release. Nice job today, you guys.